If you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you've either seen Solo Leveling, which recently finished its second season on Crunchyroll, or read the equally popular manhwa, which has sold millions worldwide and boosted the popularity of the manhwa medium as a whole. Solo Leveling is a behemoth in modern anime. It's currently one of the most popular anime and manhwa worldwide, having broken multiple streaming records, including some of its own, not only causing Crunchyroll but multiple illegal anime pirating websites to crash upon release of the newest episode. It's proving to be a smashing success. Standing alone as the only high-budget shonen and one of the very few high-budget anime of winter season 2025, it has not let down fans looking for their high-speed, action-packed fix. It's also proven to stand with the titans of the modern shonen era like My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and Jujutsu Kaisen. From its incredibly popular fan-favorite English dub, said to contain some of the best voice acting in ages.
Who the hell do you think I
am? To its incredibly detailed, fast-paced action sequences, it has quickly become a fan favorite. Some feared that with literally no competition in Season 2, that the studio that produces Solo Leveling, A1 Pictures, might have become complacent, and the animation of its incredibly popular second season might have started to decline in quality, as other uncontested behemoths have in the past. Although, each new episode continued to break records in likes and views across the board, streaming-wise, and left fans on the edge of their seats wanting more. If you need any more proof of the impact that Solo Leveling has left on the anime community as a whole, just look online to the hundreds, if not thousands of videos and memes people were making about waiting for every Solo Leveling Saturday. Did you know Solo Leveling originally started as a web novel all the way back in 2016? Written by Chugong, it was published on Kakao Page, a South Korean digital comic and fiction platform that was licensed in English by Yen Press. Slow going at first, it would later get a webtoon adaptation published on Kakao Page in March of 2018, gaining traction quickly and becoming more and more popular. Still being written by Chugong with an illustrator, Jung Sung-rak aka Dubu, of Readeye Studio, it had a very successful run of 179 chapters until its finish in December of 2021. The massive hit that is Solo Leveling's anime adaptation premiered last year in January and ran through March. It had a fairly popular debut and eventually shot up in fame thanks mostly to its final 2 episodes of Season 1. Why were these episodes such a hit that they absolutely blew the others out of the water? There's 2 pretty good answers. Let's start with production quality. From the beginning, it was easy to tell that Solo Leveling was pretty set with good animation, a good art style, and A1 Pictures as a studio. The art style was heavily reminiscent of the manhwa, not a straight copy, and the animation was very detailed, even in quick 1-2 frame action shots. A1 Pictures is pretty well known for some of its massive hits such as Fairy Tail, Sword Art Online, Blue Exorcist, Seven Deadly Sins, Your Lie in April, and its most recent smash success besides Solo Leveling, Mashle, which is blown up in popularity for its unique take on previously established genres, cliches, and sporting a very catchy opening, Bling Bong Bong Born. Anyway, back on track here. With all of this, people knew from the start it had the makings of a super popular anime. Now they just needed to find a good cast, and everyone who knew the story from the web novel and the webtoon hoped they would remain faithful to the source material. And oh boy, did they go above and beyond. Oh boy! Now that brings us to the second answer of the question I asked earlier, performance. If you haven't seen the last 2 episodes of the first season, I highly recommend doing so. Well, only once you've watched the rest of the first season. Now, to help me with this next part, I've brought in a good old buddy old pal of mine. He's probably seen the second most, if not the most, anime out of anybody I know. He loves Solo Leveling, and I think he's more qualified to talk about this topic. He actually helped with the researching and writing of this video. Anyways, without further ado, Aiden, come share your thoughts.
Hey, thanks so much for letting me hop in here. I just want to thank you for letting me talk about this franchise that I love so much. So just to clear the air here, I am going to be throwing in a lot of personal opinion in with all this fact and research-backed info. Now, I'm not saying there weren't other moments in the show that gave me chills or made me scream from the depths of my soul out loud with the protagonist. Well, I guess maybe not nearly to this extent. Don't get me wrong, some of the earlier moments got me hyped, but the fight against the Blood Red Knight Igris is an entirely different story. In the
Judge!
Mother...
Steve returns!
Oh my god, why would you do that? I was trying to hit the button. In the job change dungeon, Genu's fight against the soldiers really puts his ability to solve problems on the fly and his limitless determination on full display. And his fight with Igris really shows how far he can go with said determination and wits. More on that fight in a bit. He completes his current objective and is rewarded with another battle. So he mows down horde after horde of soldiers, wearing himself down, but he continues on and even figures out how to stop them from being summoned. And now he is able to resurrect Igris with one word.
Arise.
Speaking of Igris, it took everything in Genu's skill set to take him on and is a perfect showcase of his ever-increasing battle IQ. Not to mention, the entire time everything looks fantastic. The scenes have this feeling of just pure fluidity, thanks to gorgeous animation and a level of detail on everything, no matter how fast it's moving, how far away it is, or how insignificant it may seem. It all just comes together to create an experience that, at least to me, rarely is brought into anime except for maybe in the big budget movies. It's enough to make a grown man cry, I tell ya. Igris is amazing. Both are going balls to the wall and given 10 million%. This short segment almost feels like a movie all on its own. From voice performance to choreography to animation quality, all the way down to tension and motivation, it all just comes together in his push to defeat the Blood Red Knight. Now, pivoting a little bit, whether you're into the more serious and cold-hearted Japanese dub voice by Taito Ban, or a fan of the god-tier performance in the English dub of the anime with Alex Lee, there's something to like about these episodes. Taito Ban was entirely unknown to me until Season 2 started coming out and I was watching it in sub, and let me say, I have been blown away week by week by his cold and intense performances. He gives Genu this major vibe of just being a cool and mysterious badass who is giving his all to get stronger. Now, I'm sorry to any Taito fans, but I'm gonna have to cut his review short because I need to talk about Alex Lee. So, you might be familiar with Alex Lee for some of his other big roles such as Zenitsu in Demon Slayer, Kazuya in Rent-A-Girlfriend, Mash and Mashal, or his most recent Gigi and Don Don. They're all fantastic iterations of the characters, by the way, but Genu is my favorite of his. Even though I heard him first in many other places, I personally believe Sung Genu is his best work yet. I'm going to try and make this quick because I don't want to take up too much more time, because man, I could talk for days about Alex Lee's portrayal of Sung Genu. To sum it all up in one statement, Alex Lee is Sung Genu. He understands him so well and tries to encapsulate his character and emotions as if the pages of the manhwa came to life. Anybody who has read Solo Leveling knows that while Genu is cold, tough as nails, and badass as all hell, they also know that he's a bit goofy. That is to say that there's a side of him that is much more comedic and he can also just be super chill. Now, while I do like the direction the Japanese dub has taken, focusing on Genu's more serious and mysterious characteristics, I love English dub Genu. He goes from screaming from the depths of his soul with what feels like his entire being to telling his shadow, "Oh my god, Iron, I said we're done," after having his cool moment defeating the Ice Elves. Alex Lee has been documenting changes he and the voice director, Caitlin Glass, have been making and talking about them on his TikTok.
Hey everybody, this is Alex Lee, English voice actor of Sung Genu in the Solo Leveling dub. Let's talk about episode 19 and 20.
Could you people get
So this almost F-bomb is ripped directly from the English translation of the manhwa. It's not in the anime, but it was too good for us not to include, so we had to put it back in there. So the fight with Baran is... we probably did many, many drafts of it.
No! I can't touch!
First thing about this fight is that we wanted to make him struggle a little bit more. We wanted Baran to feel like a real challenge and have him earn it. So you hear him panicked and kind of lose his cool.
Now use all of my strength and combine it with Ruler's hand!
So this is kind of an English dub only thing, because there's nothing that happens in this particular segment. So there was this really badass line in the manhwa, "That's enough." How we implemented that is that I kind of wanted to play off the action beats, animation, and music of the scene. So you hear, "That's enough," and then the lightning strikes, and then Baran roars, and I thought that made for a really cool ramp up. The English voice actor of Sung Jin-woo in the Solo Leveling English dub. Let's talk about episode 23. Exchange.
Care in the world.
Good clip. And I think this just helps to show how much they truly care about the story and how much they enjoy making their interpretation special. Hey, I just want to pop in here and mention that we wrote this script before the Jeju Island arc, so that's why we didn't mention it, even though it definitely deserves praise. Anyways, I just want to thank you, Freak, for letting me hop in for a sec and sharing my love of Solo Leveling. So, yeah, back to you to cover the rest, I guess.
Thank you for coming on, I appreciate it. Anyway, one of the things I felt inclined to talk about is Solo Leveling's expanding franchise, with it having branched out into a video game available on mobile and PC, Solo Leveling Arise. Solo Leveling started as a graphic novel, branching into a comic, then to an anime, and now a video game. The game itself is gacha style, meaning you have roles to use to have a chance at earning a hunter from the catalog of characters from the graphic novel or anime. That doesn't seem that bad, with the game being free to play and all, and being able to get many free rolls from quest completion and daily rewards. Now, the game is not open world, and the franchise, in comparison to some Goliaths of the gaming industry, is in its infancy. It has a lot of work to do, but it has the workings to make it in the big leagues, like some other anime games. Games like Honkai or Genshin are both made by MiHoYo. These two anime-style games are packed with content and different missions, with all sorts of characters. Both these two are gacha-style games as well. Needless to say, Solo Leveling and its sequel series, Solo Leveling Ragnarok, have a bright future in both creativity and animation. I can't wait to see where Solo Leveling goes from here. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that? Solo Leveling has a sequel series called Solo Leveling Ragnarok. If you guys want to see more videos like this about Solo Leveling Ragnarok, leave a like down below so we can make sure we can push out more content like this. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. If you enjoyed this and want to see more videos on Solo Leveling, other anime, or gaming, consider subscribing for more videos in the future. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down below what sort of video you want to see in the future. Peace out.